DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
We are back. It's still Tuesday night, just as it was before, and it was still, and now it is again. Ta-da. Brian, that doesn't look like the dungeon. You're still on the road.
Still in my secret hiding spot in the Empire, yes.
So where's the purple wall? I thought we were going to turn and see the purple wall tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
I can show you the purple wall if you want to see it. Here, let's do this real quick. See, it's purple.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got to readjust the camera.
Yeah, see, now that we made... Now, there we go.
That wasn't hard, though.
No. So see,
cool.
now they know that indeed there was a purple wall.
Yeah, I'm in a girl's room. Yeah, so. Kick the kids out when I come.
She's sleeping in the front porch, but that's for...
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah, she's like, what happened? My bedroom's gone again.
How was NAMM for you, John?
It was something. I've never traveled. Both we had the privilege or the greatness of Lori and I both being kind of under the weather when we traveled down there. We've never traveled under the weather before, so that was exciting. Nothing eventful from that. It's just you feel like crap.
Yeah.
You know, we were past the point of being the whatever, but yeah, just so we get down there, and basically the first night was Wednesday night. I'm glad we didn't have plans to go over to the ADJ event, which I'm sad that we missed it, but we wouldn't have been any good to go for that.
It was just kind of everybody meets there, you know. It's kind of what it is. The burger truck's there. You see a light show. You say hi to everybody. Sorry you couldn't make it, but that's pretty much what happened. Yeah. I had to
eat In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah.
By the next day, once I was all through with that stuff, I would have now let's go to In-N-Out Burger, which we ended up doing on this trip. So that was pretty awesome.
I went yesterday. Again,
it was
because I wanted the fries. I couldn't get the fries on the truck. You can only get chips.
Yeah, and this is Lori's first experience with In-N-Out. I had them last year at the ADJ event, so Lori got to do that, and we had someone's like do the animal style stuff. So
yeah, if you like Thousand Island dressing or whatever it is, it's kind of what it is, I think.
Yeah, so she's not a huge fan of it, so. Like,
it's fine. I don't crave it, but it's nice to have it when you're out here. I had a very good burger yesterday. It's probably the best In-N-Out burger I had was yesterday, and it kind of gave me a newfound appreciation for In-N-Out, I guess.
Yeah, it was good.
But I've had some very good food out here, but I always do when I come out here. I always eat very well. I go home weighing more than I did when I came here every time I come out here.
I know what you mean by that, and it's just because you're there and there's people, and it's like, oh, let's go out to eat. Well,
right. That's the thing. You run into people. I've had lobster out here. I had wonderful prime rib out here. I just had an amazing pork chop just before I came on the air.
Oh, nice.
It was huge, and I don't know why, but my body says, yeah, have another one of those. Normally I wouldn't do that, but there's something about it. It's like I don't feel full, but I should by all means feel full because I just ate 2 pounds of pork.
And it was awesome.
It was really good. But no, back to DJ stuff here, folks. NAMM was cool. Saw some things. I learned some things this year, which was nice. Usually I just go and I see things and I ask questions and they give me the spiel, but I learned some new things this year that I'll maybe share on the show. I'll do some videos on them a little later on. Made some new contacts.
Nice.
Got some exciting things coming up this year because of NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all good.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, there was a lot of neat things, and there were some surprises. Is the best way I'm going to describe it. That things that had happened were out there, what have you. That it kind of took me back a little bit with some of the stuff. So.
To say the least.
To say the least, yeah.
I gave you a challenge last week.
Yes.
The challenge was find something at NAMM that was just new and amazing and you'd never seen before.
I have it.
What is it?
Oh, already?
Yes, top of the show. What is it?
Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. They're going to get to see it, and you're not, unfortunately, Brian.
It's okay.
I'm going to flip over, and I'll describe it to you. It was from the Behringer film. Okay. You probably saw it where the guy was going and using virtual VR glasses, and they're actually able to control audio by waving their hands and moving things in a 3-dimension.
That's pretty neat. I didn't see that.
Okay, we're going to try something here and see if this will show. If Brian will be able to see this. Can you see
Oh,
it?
yes.
Okay. That was the sound system. Let's see if I can get it back to. There he is, right there. Yeah, there it is up on the screen, and they're actually showing on the screen what he's manipulating there with his hands.
Right on.
It worked.
Cool. Yeah, that was neat.
I'm surprised it worked. Yay!
It worked very well. And if it didn't work, I was just brought a little monitor where I could watch the show
on the second screen.
On the giant iPhone 12 or whatever it is.
So that was probably the coolest thing I saw at the show was that ability, because not that they were using a keyboard at that time, and it was in a turbo sound booth there, but take that concept and adding that to a DJ controlling mechanism where you're able to control the music. Then the gentleman a little bit later, the second guy had his glasses on, and he was able to now see what the first guy was seeing in his as he was looking around the room, and there were things that were being put up in different spots so that they could wave over here to the left, and he was triggering something, wave to the right, and down in front there was a virtual keyboard that was above the other keyboard and whatever. I can just see that at some point in time in the future, our shows are going to probably be something where the DJ will be able to play in that 3D world, and the guests are not only going to be like the silent disco type of things, they may have that capability, but they're going to be able to watch the performers doing virtual light shows and different things with their hands, and be able to create things, and it'll be like, ooh. And it might be that's something that you get a team of people who are able to create a virtual environment. And we're looking around, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's a guy over there throwing lightning bolts, and these two guys are over here, doing a lightsaber battle, and those gals up there are doing this weird whatever, it was pretty cool.
I'm glad you found something that you thought was super cool.
Yeah,
I struggled this year. I struggled finding that weird new thing this year. Mm-hmm. And this isn't new, but it's new to me. But I would have to say the thing that I'd never seen before that I thought was pretty interesting was the Sparktastic display.
The Sparkular.
Was it Sparkular?
That was in the arena, right?
Arena, yeah.
Sparkular FX, yes.
There you go, Sparkular FX, which is like pyrotechnics, but it's not pyrotechnics. It's some kind of chemical reaction between two rocks, and
some heat.
The system is way out of our price range. It's like 18 grand for 6 of the fountains and the controller and the case and all that, or 2 grand for just one sparkler. But pretty interesting stuff. And it's non-flammable. You can shoot hairspray through it or whatever you want. It's not going to catch fire. And the charges, I believe, lasts
about 10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 minutes. 30-second at a time discharges on that. But it was pretty interesting.
Yeah. 2 of them, controller, $10,000. And that's beyond. And we're right now, they're watching the video.
I see.
That never seen it. And that it was a cool little system. And I think if a person could upsell that for $1,000 a pop at your events, it's a great investment.
Let me tell you how I look at this stuff. When I go somewhere and I see things like these LED video panels, when I first started, the first time I ever saw them, or I really paid attention to them, I guess, was probably at Music Messe, Pro Light and Sound in Frankfurt in 2008. And I mean, these things were, $70,000 a panel.
Yeah.
And you needed several panels to make anything happen. And I'm thinking to myself, this is really cool. My first reaction to this was, there's no way I can afford it. But then my second reaction is, hey, if the technology is here now, at this price point, where's it going to be in 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, ADJ has the 19 by 19 panels now for like $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And they're better than what we were seeing in 2008. So when we see technology like this, it's just around the corner. We're going to get it too. It's going to happen. It's in its infancy right now. But this is what we had to look forward to, and that's exciting.
And to kind of go along with that, or add to that a little bit, is the prices that they have priced this at a price point basically to keep out, for lack of a better way to describe it, the riffraff.
Well, I think a lot of things are priced like that.
Yeah.
And that's not why they price them like that, but by default, that's what happens. I'll put up videos on FBT speakers or, even some Pioneer equipment, and a lot of people will kick into the comment section and say things like, "Oh, that's too expensive.
Yep.
I can't afford that. And, you could get this for less or whatever." You know what? It's a premium piece. Some of the stuff is premium, some of it's boutique. Not everyone's going to be able to buy it.
Right. And
we don't want everybody to have the same system anyway. So that works out really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Healthy pruning, if you will. If everyone had my system, how cool would I be?
Yeah, exactly. It would be, oh, you're just like everybody else.
Exactly. So yeah, it's premium, but I've got a business. In fact, I'm building a new mobile system this year.
Yeah.
And I have a business plan that's going to pay for it in 2 years. Easily pay for it in 2 years. And then I just make money on it. It's not a cheap system. So far, we're looking at, I don't know, probably, I'm going to guess about $8,000
Ooh.
in the basic system. And then it's going to grow from there, another $5,000 for the more advanced.
Right.
But yeah, I have a business plan in place for it. So it's okay. But yeah, not everyone's going to buy it. Not everyone's going to see value in it, but I see value in it.
DJ, that system was about $10,000 for the controller and two components. Basically, figure $3,000 a piece, and you can run it without their controller for the Sparkular, but
they don't warranty it.
They won't warranty it, and that's a big thing because it's too easy to overdrive the thing, and it communicates with the controller to shut down if it gets too hot and such, because it is, as they described it, a souped-up hair dryer in there that gets hot and then creates that reaction with the things.
Well, I was told $18,000 for the 6 fountain system with the controller in the box.
And that's actually because they were telling us 10 for the controller and 2, so 6 for another. That's you got a better deal.
Well, that makes sense for $2,000 a piece. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's what I was shown by the gentleman I talked to. I didn't want to bother anybody. I just,
Yeah, I kind of figured it was way out of price-wise, right out of our league, but it was really it was one of the cool things.
People were asking for video on it because they were seeing pictures. They wanted my video on it.
Yeah.
So I talked to them for a moment, and then Ken Heath distracted them with something else about something different, and then I videoed it. So
Ken Heath would distract someone?
Yeah, I know. He's just like my interference guy, You can't go occupy that guy so I can go over here and do this. And he'll do it. And he's like giant, so nobody can get past him. So it works out well.
When he says something and he says it sternly, people listen. The only thing is most of the time he's got kind of a smile on his face. And
kind of does. But if you don't know him, you're like, oh boy, what's happening now? What am I getting myself into? But yeah, it's interesting that we talk about this price point thing, because I think this goes across the board. There are, on the flip side of things, that were at NAMM that aren't necessarily for the advanced DJ or even for the mid-level wedding person. They're more for the beginner, They're at that price point, and they're at that what do I want to say, expert level or novice level. They're there, they're cool. But not everything is for everybody.
Yeah.
And that goes across the board. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. We're talking about lighting, sound, of these sparklers. This is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I have to remember that when I'm preparing to do videos on a product. I have to remember or I have to think to myself, you know what, this might not be for me. Either it's too expensive, or alternately, it's really inexpensive.
Yeah.
But to someone, they're going to have value. They're going to find value in this. This is going to be great for somebody. For the right person, they're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I have to think when I do videos.
Yeah.
I have to see value in it for somebody, even if it's not me.
Let's go to the Global Trust booth.
Okay.
Because you turned me on to something there.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. I've got the picture of it up. So let me just try to see if I can get it into frame a little bit better. Why is it not? Okay, I'm gonna have to flip this back just a second, gang. This is what happens when you're doing live shows.
Oh, John.
Sometimes you want to. Well, I want to get it so it's, and I've got it so it's cropped.
Should I talk about something else while you're doing that?
No, we're good. We're good. It's right here now. So this was in the corner, kind of the back side of the Global Trust booth, and
you couldn't even see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah, until Brian's like, "Did you see it?" No, well, no. So kind of talk a little bit about this bracket for the speakers.
I've seen them before. A lot of people were making them, but now Global Trust America Dura Trust is bringing them in. It's basically an arm that fits on like F34 truss, which is your 12 by 12 box truss with the 2-inch pipe. It's a little arm that comes out, and it has a speaker pole stick coming out of it. You can put any size speaker on there you want that fits the speaker adapter, which is really cool if you're running totems and you have large base plates or sandbags. Maybe you don't want to put your speakers on the top of the totem. Maybe you have a moving head up there, but you don't want to run speaker stands either. You can just pop a speaker right on top of this.
And I have a venue that this would be absolutely awesome because the head table is there and there's not much room, but you can put a totem on each end of the head table.
Yes.
And then, okay, so I can mount a couple, put the lights up on the top, and then it's like, okay, where do I put my speaker stands or
right.
subs?
I got to get stands out for that.
And it's like, this would be such an awesome idea because then I could put those on. Then my footprint is only the base plate, which is kind of hidden and such, and you can put a little weight on that. It's a fabulous idea. That's going to be something that I've got to get a hold of, guys, and get a pair of those up here for some of these weddings where it's a very tight room, but that would be fabulous.
And it's interesting. The one criticism that I heard on that piece was actually from someone from Dura Trust, and the criticism was we should have made them in black.
Oh yeah.
And I thought to myself, why? But then it occurred to me, well, yeah, it doesn't look like a silver thing sticking out if it's black.
Right.
But then, if you think about it, all you need is a can of flat black spray paint. You stealth it out.
Yep.
It's super easy in that regard.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was a cool piece.
Very cool. Yeah.
Oh, Chris is coming to join us.
Nice.
We got company. Chris didn't go to NAMM. Jesus. Yeah. Show you. Let's throw a.
Yes, this will be on the JTF.
Fun. No, you're getting there.
Sorry, okay. You guys got a little bleed from the video. I'm setting up the next video so Brian can talk about another cool product. He turned me on to quite a few products at the show, so this will be another one we'll talk about here in a second.
Are we on commercial?
No. I'm just getting the things ready while you guys are getting.
Oh, well, we're good. We're good.
Okay. The next one is from JTS Microphone. That little button that.
Yes. Wasn't that cool?
That was very cool. I've got the picture of that up with the little belt pack and the adapter.
It's pretty cool. It's a little button, like if you have a lav mic, like a lapel mic, you can run a cable like down your arm and have this little thing in your hand with an on-off button. You can mute your lapel mic without trying to find your transmitter pack. Kind of neat, real simple, but a very cool idea.
Yeah, just something. It's like, oh, why haven't they thought of this before?
Right. It's the simplest thing. Dowson, the guy who is from JTS, the guy is brilliant. He's got so many good ideas. I spent a lot of time talking to Dalton at this show, and I think what we're going to do, and I've talked about it in a couple of videos, we want to do a series on microphones because I don't know a lot about microphones.
Yep.
I use them. I'll say to someone, hey, I need a USB mic to do broadcasts with. And they're like, oh, here you go. This is a good one. And I buy it. But I don't know enough about them to pick it out myself, you know? So I'm going to start doing some videos on that. Just, you know, what's the best microphone for an MC? What's the best microphone for toasts? What's the best microphone for a ceremony?
For sure.
That's what I want to do, and break it down into like a simple language that, you know, DJs like myself would understand if someone was explaining it to me.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, I want to show another one. Now, this one, Brian, was actually one. I don't know if you got to see this one at the show. What this is the, and we talked about it a little bit with Ben Stowe a few minutes ago.
Okay.
This is the gig glove, which they're one of the sponsors of our shows.
Yeah.
And
sure.
They came out with a brand new line of gloves that are a lined glove.
Okay.
So basically, you're still having the knuckle protection, the finger protection. You've got the fingers that flip up, so you can do that. Even with the fingers closed, it will still handle your devices and such, but they're lined. So now in these cold areas up here, when your trussing is sub-zero because of driving to your event,
right,
you can still pick the stuff up and you're not freezing your hands like we would in the upper Midwest.
Sure. And that's a problem. For those of you who live in nice warm places, you don't know what we're talking about, but when stuff is sub-zero freezing, when metal's sub-zero freezing, it hurts to touch it.
It does. And of course it's so cold that then we have to try to stick our tongue to it.
Yeah, because we all saw a Christmas
story.
story.
Say, how do you test if it's cold enough to stick your tongue?
Yeah. Or we have someone come and do that for us.
Yes, exactly. This is where roadies come in.
Yes.
I actually ran a 911 call where some kid stuck his tongue to a pole at a school.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And we spent 15 minutes pouring
water,
warm saline solution. Trying to unstick his tongue.
Yeah.
Come here, kid.
Yeah. Oh, that can be.
It'll grow back. Don't worry.
You need a spanking.
We're going to give you such a spanking once your tongue is off.
Yeah, that's punishment enough right there. That's definitely punishment enough.
Let's see. I wanted to go to that American Audio.
What are you going to show? Because there were a lot of cool stuff.
I want to show the part that they weren't talking about too terribly much at the show.
They didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, they didn't.
And I only got photos. I didn't take video because I was trying to be Tom's Huckleberry on that. I didn't want to.
Yep.
But I'm glad you did it.
So I've got a little video here, and you guys are going to hear a little bit, but I want to get up to the top.
So you heard me talking about it. There's going to be some new line arrays released here in NAMM, and here's one of them. We're at the American Audio booth, and check this out.
So
yep, you'll
line array here. You got some articulating speakers in the top there. Doing let's see if I can get you a better.
There we go. Interesting design there. How in the top, the three little drivers are basically giving you that C kind of pattern that has become kind of the rave. Yeah,
you've got one firing kind of up at a 90 degree, and you got one firing down at a 90 degree.
Yeah, and then just kind of
three out. Is that what it is?
I think there's 6 in there.
Maybe it's 4 out.
Yeah, there's
those are 2.5-inch full range, and the sub I believe is at 10.
10 or 12. I don't remember exactly what it was. The number was I think there was a
12. It was a 10. It's not a 12.
Okay, so there's a 10 down there, but just a cute little system. And again, as we've talked about, sometimes at NAMM they're bringing some concepts to the show.
Testing, yeah, right, prototypes.
Yep, getting a feel for the temperature of the crowd as they see this and such. So
I could tell you a few more things about it if you'd like.
I would love to hear more about it because I was intrigued by this. This really, it's like
It's going to break down into the box. That's the plan.
Okay.
It has stereo Bluetooth capabilities. Most everything is mono Bluetooth. This is stereo Bluetooth.
Interesting.
So you'll get full stereo Bluetooth. The top is passive. The amp is inside of the subwoofer. And I'm hearing that it's going to be mapping out I heard two prices. The first one I heard was $499. The second one I heard was $449. So I don't know which is which.
So
but even at $499 for an array, and you know what? No joke, the thing sounded pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I only heard it through somebody's iPhone. I didn't hear it through I didn't hear a clean signal. I heard it through an iPhone with a stereo jack.
Wow.
And it sounded pretty good. You could use one of those and do a ceremony or cocktails or whatever.
For sure. A quick, small
Maybe.
sound system to go in a lot of places.
The stereo Bluetooth is nice, though.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I tell you, man, the array thing, that's not going away anytime soon.
Not
That is the new thing, the mini arrays. The FBT showed the CS1000 for the first time here at this show, which is the new one. Improvement on a lot of the other ones because it's self-contained. And I won't cash anybody's thunder, but I talked to a few other speaker companies, and they're coming out with their own versions.
And
they've got some.
Yeah, I think I've got 5 or 6 of those that I just did a little video, teaser videos on line arrays.
There's more to come,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got some neat ideas. They keep expanding on it. This is the new thing, and we're talking about. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't have my array yet, but I'm guessing up to 200 people on this stuff for weddings.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know. I've heard some people say, no, that's pushing it. But if all you have to do is fill that dance floor, I think you would be good.
Yeah.
At maybe 200 a little plus on that. What I heard when I was in Italy was a 200 plus system.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the right room and it was empty. But still, to me, it sounded like a 200 plus system.
Just checking the chat room here to see.
Yeah. Are we interesting tonight, guys? I can't see the chat.
Yeah, because we're just showing you some of the gear that we found. A lot of it you guys have already seen. So, but now we can give you a little of the color behind.
Sure.
Behind some of the gear. So let's stick in the audio realm, Brian. And I have a couple of pictures that we've used in Facebook. So we're not going to bother because we've talked about this before, but. In the arena, and of course downstairs, but in the arena, there had the company like right across from Jennifer Davies there.
I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
Yeah, these big systems. Oh, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder. Oh no, it's on the phone in the house. Or it's on my. I took a picture because I wanted. I'll have to put this up on Facebook. I took a 360 picture because I don't want some of these companies that put these really god-awful, ugly speakers out. I don't want to turn and take pictures of it because I feel kind of guilty because they'll be like, "Oh, you talk price," and it's like, no, I want to laugh about this later. So get out of my way so I can take pictures to laugh at this stuff. So I don't.
Did you? Okay, go ahead.
So I don't want to be taking be obvious about it. So with a 360 picture, I can hold it up and, "Hi, Jennifer," click. I just took a picture of everything over there so we can use it in a future show. But
we could make jokes about it.
We can talk about it. I mean, we're going to discuss it intellectually. That's what we're going to do. But yes, I did not transfer that. And that was my intent to.
Well, tell them what it is.
So what it is there's the all-in-one sound system. So you've got this really plastic transformer-esque looking thing. I mean, I'll put up
better plywood carpeted, like black carpeted plywood.
And then there's just a black plywood carpet with Radio Shack components in there. It's like, what in?
Radio Shack would be a step up. Tandy would be like the deluxe model.
And
it's cartoonish. They have the subwoofers inside of them. Of course, they have the LED lights.
And I mean, this is one of the nicer looking ones where it looks kind of transformerish. It's the
powered by car stereo.
But
an in-dash car stereo one,
I wonder if I have.
Is it that?
It's that.
That.
Oh, hang on. I gotta go back to full screen here.
Oh heck yeah! Look at that.
Oh, there he is. Hang on, we're gonna make you guys completely full screen here.
Those things.
Oh my god.
Yes. I was calling them the swap meets. The swap meet deluxe.
Thank you, Chris.
11th Street Special. That was mine too. That was my second name from 11th Street Special.
I think you used that the other day.
Yep.
Oh my.
Now these things are just, they look, and I posted a picture of one and I put it on Facebook and I said, you know, leave your caption in the description of this video. And the best one was R2D7 was a big hit with the ladies. That was funny. Mine was the coolest thing I ever saw in 1973. Because if it was 1973 and I saw that thing, I would have thought it was amazing. So there was a movie called Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? I think it had what's his name in it?
John Travolta.
Well, it was Travolta, yeah.
Yep.
And he had a hamster in his room, and he would like crank up his disco, and he had crazy stuff like that. It was the coolest thing you'd ever seen.
Yep.
That's what those things were. They'd have been awesome in 1974, but today they were everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was one booth that had them.
Yeah.
Everybody had them.
Numerous in the arena. Through the middle, there was a smattering here and there through the halls A, B, and C. But
I didn't go to E, but I heard E had tons of them too.
E had a lot of them down there. Yeah, there was a lot.
So, wow.
Chris, people are saying, hey, giving you a shout out here. Arrowhead
Ben Stowe
DJ.
was talking about you before we went on the air. He was saying how
Ben still eats more than me.
that's what I was talking about. He was saying how you were talking about him eating 2 double doubles and how you were so amazed with that.
Yeah, little scrawny guy.
He
Is
thought
he?
that was cool. So yeah, those 11th Street specials, the swap meets, they're pretty amazing. I tell you, I can't wait until I see one pop up somewhere in a bar,
Yeah,
or a backyard barbecue or whatever.
exactly. It's like,
The logistics of the thing don't make sense. What they're saying is, oh yeah, for karaoke, But then you think about it, the screen's in the front, the speakers are in the front. Is the singer going to face away from the audience to read the screen, or alternately, is the speaker going to face the singer, not the audience when they're singing? I don't know. I don't get it.
yeah,
They were pretty hilarious.
for sure.
I think they were missing a couple of key elements, though. I will be honest with you. Fuzzy dice, raccoon tail. They needed antennas. Even if they didn't do anything, they needed antennas.
Antennas, yeah.
A small like Dish Network satellite dish would have been good.
Yeah,
I
see, that would have
really-
been way too modern, though. You needed to.
No, well, okay. How about a
rabbit ears.
1980s mesh 10-foot dish coming out of it? That would have worked too.
That would have. There we go. That's more. Okay.
But yeah, pretty funny. They were everywhere.
One of the products that I found at the show, I want to show this one, and I'm going to see if I can do this, and so you guys can see it. You can see it live, Brian. And I'm going to switch over.
All right.
Is a this is the little groupie. You guys need to check this out. We're at the Killer Q booth right now, looking at the groupie. What the groupie is a little cord solution. This is an elastic kind of band, and it has little tags on it and such, and it has 8 inches of Velcro. So I can take this. So there we are. There's the groupie, and what that is a little elastic loop. I'm going to stop the share there, Brian, because that will give you an idea. But what it is a little elastic loop, and you can slide it over the end of your cables, and it kind of sits snugly on the XLR. So it is there, and then it has a little 8-inch Velcro strap, so you can wind your wires back and forth, wrap them up, and it's good to go. The cool part about it is, we've seen cord management Velcro strips before. These, for no extra cost, I can get my name put on them. Or I can have them custom made where these are 25-foot XLRs and these are 10-foot XLRs.
That would be handy.
That would be really cool. So for identifying, there have been times where I've ripped down at a youth rally or youth event, and okay, which wire is that? Your wire or is that my wire? You know, now I would have that, and they're under $1.50 a piece. So
that's cool.
That was a really kind of cool thing that we're going to do.
Under $1.50 a piece, huh?
For customized, yeah.
Oh, to get it. Okay.
Yeah. And if you're buying them in a bulk and such, but it was around $1.25 a piece.
Nice.
For that. So yeah, definitely something that I think has a lot of potential for what we do.
Sure.
So.
Something else that I saw that, it was at Expo, but I for some reason didn't see it at Expo. And when I saw it at this show, I was just like, wow, that's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Illuminator lighting has these big letters that spell out the word love. And they have another set of letters that spell out Mr. and Mrs. And they're lit up in LED. They have a remote control. They do RGB color mixing, and I think they have RGBA on there. But they're cool. They're like 45 inches tall, each letter.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man. For like event planners or DJs, Illuminator is trying to focus on the wedding market. And they're building some interesting things. They did that mirror ball stand, and now they're on to the Love and Mr. and Mrs. I guess they're talking about maybe doing some stuff for quinceañeras,
Nice.
like Amor and 15 and things like that. Pretty neat.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with what we're talking about, I'm just going to flip over and show you. These are the letters. And what are they? Are they 45 inches tall? Is that what I'm seeing, Brian?
45 inches tall, and they weigh less than 4 pounds apiece.
Yeah,
They're real
very,
cool.
Very, very cool.
I was impressed. I mean, I can see, there's the love letters.
Mm-hmm. Decor love letters.
Yeah. Decor Love and Decor Mr. and Mrs. Decor is the wedding series they're doing. And for, it's, like I said, again, for event planners, chapels, whatever. But kind of cool. They come in carrying bags, and they've done incredibly well. I think for the quinceañera, they're not going to do the heart openings. Like the lights come through an opening in the letter itself.
Yep.
And for Love and Mr. and Mrs. are hearts. For the quinceañera, they're talking about doing stars.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Which I think is perfect.
That'd be a nice
For the stuff they're building for the birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet 16 and quinceañera both.
Very nice.
But people are asking for them. That's what they want. The quinceañera market, man, if I spoke fluent Spanish, I would hit it harder than I do, because that's the hot new thing. For
sure.
They're great clients. I do photo booth with them. I do them with friends. But the hot new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big market where I am at. I guess out here it goes both ways. So, it's just like anything else. They do some on the cheap, they do some big time, but most of them that I've seen have been pretty big time.
Chris, have you seen any of those out in the market out there?
The letters?
Yeah.
The quinceañeras or the letters?
The letters, the big letters.
I haven't seen them yet.
Haven't seen them out there yet. Yeah.
I've seen the smaller ones you buy at Walmart or Target.
Right. Yep.
On the head table, they'll do the
10-inch or 12-inch. Yeah.
But I haven't seen the big ones like what you're showing.
Yeah, they're still working their way around.
I mean, they're not a cheap date. I think they're $3.99 and $4.99, I believe, or something like that.
That's probably why we haven't seen them.
Yeah. Somebody else that wants to spend
It's going to take an event planner to purchase them and then just rent them to the client.
Right.
But boy, I could definitely see, we'll pay that, $100, $150 to rent them for the night. Probably not from a DJ, but from an event planner, they'd spend the $150, $200 to rent it for the night. And
man, they'll do it by me, I think.
Yeah.
They like that kind of stuff.
You pitch things a little bit differently, Brian,
than
a typical DJ.
Perhaps. But it's also one of those things where you can say to somebody, hey, I offer the service.
Mm-hmm.
And if they buy it, you can offer the service before you even buy the letters.
Yes, for sure.
And if you get somebody to book it, then you can buy them. I'll tell you a little secret. I didn't own a DJ system when I did my first contract. Hadn't even bought it yet. I booked the gig, and I think I booked 3 more gigs that week, and then I went out and bought my DJ system. You can do that with anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, we can do this. Oh, okay. And if you got a client for it, it's worth your while, then you can buy.
Did that with my Source 4.
Yeah.
The monogram productions.
Sure.
So when we started out, that was our intent. We had lined up 10 events at a local teen center. And we were like, yes, we're going to go buy speakers. We bought speakers. And then the next Monday, I had a class with the director of the teen center, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I got fired over the weekend. Contracts are all null and void." It's like, I have $2,000 worth of gear. And,
Oh well.
well, yeah. What do I do? I guess we're going to do $50 bars.
It's your turn to tell me something cool, unless you're out of cool things.
Oh, I've got quite a few things here. I'm just gonna go back to my page here because I had another one.
So while you're looking for that, I'll tell you about something else that I really liked.
Yeah.
I learned about speaker cables and audio cables
Okay.
from a rather attractive Italian woman named Sylvia at Bespecco. Very interesting stuff. You know how you have like an XLR cable? You've got bad XLR cables where the wire kind of comes off of the connector itself of the pin, right? What Bespecco does is they inject this hardened resin in there that actually prevents that from ever happening. So you'll never have a wire sever from the plug itself. Now there are a lot of companies that do this, but what they'll do is they'll just inject this like plastic resin in there, like I don't know if it's an epoxy or what it is, and it's hot. And when it's hot, it compromises the connection, the solder and everything else.
Right.
What Bespecco does is they inject it with this plastic first, this plastic resin, and then they do the PVC hot injection on it. So these things are not going to come apart. You're going to pull the whole thing up, apart before you disconnect the wires on it. Also learned about noise shielding. I mean, Ben is the guy on this. Ben can tell you all about it. Ben knows these things. But I learned a thing or two about it, and I was pretty impressed because I understood it. So it's pretty cool stuff, and it's like Monster does this, Monster cable.
Yeah.
But this stuff is coming in at a fraction of the price of Monster, and it's the same stuff. And it's handmade in Italy. This is stuff that they're making these cables by hand. They're not coming in from mainland China. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I get excited when I learn things.
Yeah, for sure. No, and sometimes it's cool when you have that opportunity, and they are.
When an attractive blonde woman's telling you things, it helps. You tend to pay attention,
Well, I guess she earned her money.
No, she was genuinely good, but no, she explained it very well. It was nice. Mm-hmm. She put it in terms that everybody can understand. So
nice. Okay, my next one. I'm going to share that screen again, so you can see that, and that means that everyone loses it for just a second. This was a little. This is from ProX Direct. This was a little portable staging thing.
So check this out. We're at the ProX booth right now. Here are the numbers. I'm going to give you that right away so you guys can take a look at it.
You can't hear the audio.
ProXDirect.com. This is a 4x4 stage with a...
There we go. That's what I wanted to get to, so I'll get back a little bit. But it's a 4 foot by 4 foot stage, and that little stage would allow... I thought I heard them say that little stage... I'm just going to shut the things off here and flip us over. That little stage could handle close to 750 pounds, somewhere between 750 and 1,000 pounds on a 4x4 stage, which I've got a version of this in my handyman little kit out there from Centipede Stands is what it is, and that's where you can basically have those legs and you can throw a piece of plywood on top. Mm-hmm. And that can handle like 3,000 pounds. So I'm thinking that's probably a legit 1,000-pound stage piece there.
What's the weight on that stage piece?
The top of the stage itself was, I think, around 25 pounds, and the legs are nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it wasn't the 4x. Basically, your 4x4 piece of plywood is what it is, with a lip around it, and that little lip, those little legs, when they extend, they kind of hook in and kind of catch, so they can't. If you go and you lift up the stage, you're going to lift up the legs, but the legs can be just shrunk a little bit and pulled out easily. It's not anything that's in there and locked in.
Cool.
For quick portable staging, I mean, you could have 6 of those little 4x4. They interlock with each other, slide together.
Oh, nice.
And then in one little tote, all those little collapsible legs fold down into a little, 4-inch by 4-inch by whatever, probably about 20 inches tall. That's it.
Right on.
Just a really quick stage, and that was again from ProX Direct, and that was something kind of. we'll see if that will pick it up again here. We're gonna see if oh my gosh, it might have picked it up again. I don't know if we're on yet, or I don't know if they'll see us. We'll and if they can, it's yeah, it wasn't an internet thing. It was a complete Wirecast just going crash. Hey, we are back. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we are. Hey.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah, we are back, and
I'm here with my bodyguard, Chris.
crazy. Yeah, we've never in all the live streams we've done and recording we've done. I've never had Wirecast crash, and it just did.
Until now.
And we were able to pick up the stream again. That's really quite impressive because I didn't think that would be possible.
So anyhow, I was talking about that Pro booth in
Yeah.
American Audio. It's foldable. It weighs next to nothing. And it's a concept. It's something that I like because I think it's about 18 inches deep, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them a little more shallow than that. I had some ideas for it. I shared it with them. Some of the R&D people over there, and they liked my ideas. I can't say what they are because if they don't make the changes, I don't want anybody to get mad at me. But it's got some cool possibilities. I like the weight. I like the price. It's going to come in at like $100 more than whatever the Pro booth's going for, which is nothing. And it weighs less than the Pro booth weighs. Or the facade. The facade they have. It's going to come in $100 less than that and way less than that.
Very cool.
So, kind of excited about that.
You didn't have any. You didn't put any video up on it or pictures up, did you, Brian?
Yes, I did.
Okay, where did you have them?
Well, I put video up on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
We're not live.
We are live. Yeah, it might have froze, but we're still live. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it on your Facebook page, and then we will.
That's way down on my Facebook page. Easier to find on YouTube, probably.
Okay, we'll just go there then. Since you guys are with us and such, I want to see what Brian's talking about because I don't.
It's pretty cool. It's got like a white thing in the middle that says ADJ. You could put your own logo on that. I had the idea of elongating that into a rectangle in the manufacturing process for a 32-inch television set. Pop a 32-inch TV in there thing.
Since you guys are with us, Global Trust. Yeah, we're on.
It's pretty cool. It's got like
Where did you? There it is, the ProVent table.
Jose, this caught my eye.
And you talked to Jose about it too.
Well, Jose helped me out with that.
He is awesome.
I spoke with JCE and Tom Fratt and Alfred Gonzalez and had some new ideas for it. I posted the video on it, and I got some criticism from some folks that I thought was very valid about cables and things like that, and told them, hey, look, the people are saying they like it, but they don't know how to hide cables on this thing.
Yeah.
And I had the idea of maybe building a channel into it or something where you could hide cables going both left and right.
Uh-huh.
But it has possibilities. I like it that it's lightweight and it goes up quick. Opposed to something that's cumbersome, or weighs a lot, or takes up a bunch of space, or isn't big enough, or is too big, or whatever the case might be. Light, quick, and easy is cool stuff, and that's what that is.
Yeah. I'm going to just move it over so they can get an idea of it here.
They told me to go stand on it, and I told them that ain't going to happen. To get somebody else to go stand on it for them. But yeah, it's very sturdy.
Yeah. That is cool. I don't think I saw that. It was in the back of the booth. I should have seen it.
It was right. Yeah, it was kind of like
behind.
when you look at the booth. Everything in there was black except for that. That was
just on the other side of that, straight ahead of that is where that line array was.
Speaker. Yep.
And
it was right behind the desk, or not desk, but table that the speaker was next to. So,
yeah. So I was so fascinated and fixated on the line array that I
probably. It's the first thing I saw when I walked over there. I'm like, that's very interesting, and it's a prototype. They're kind of getting a feel. They haven't made a bunch of them yet or anything, but I threw a couple ideas out there. I think it's a neat piece. Some people don't agree with me. Some people don't think it's as cool as I think it is. Well, I think it's neat. I think it has possibilities. I like the height on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing past the shortcomings. You know, I'm seeing possibilities with that piece. I thought it was neat.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Did you see the new wireless mic system they had over there?
I did see that, but I don't have a video up. Do you have?
I have a video of it.
I'm looking for it. I think I saw it today.
Basically, what you have is a 4-channel microphone receiver with 4 wireless microphone transmitters, wireless mics. You can run each mic into a separate channel if you want, or alternately, you can run all 4 mics out of this receiver into your mixing board and basically have 4 microphones on your mixing board.
So
and you have independent controls on those.
Right where his hand is right now, they can see that 1/4-inch jack, and that's where that sum out.
Yes.
Where they're all right there.
It's $3.99. Real simple. Nothing too crazy, but if you're looking for some mics for karaoke or whatever, you know, this might be a cool piece.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking at, of course, it's NAMM. It's not coming out until March or April or whatever. When it comes out, we'll get them in the dungeon. We'll try them out. We'll see what's going on with these things.
Yeah. Very cool.
And you know, the one product that's going gangbusters for some reason, I don't know why. I've got like 18,000 views on it last time I saw it. Is that Power Pack from American Audio?
I was just going to say that one. I was going to look for that.
The views I have on this thing are insane. People love it. There's like 60 shares or something like that. People really think this is cool. Basically, what you have is like a surge suppressor power pack. They've arranged the outlets so if you're using like a wall wart of some kind, you're not overlapping outlets. Because I always hate that.
Yes, that was one of the things that caught my eye with that too.
They're spaced apart where you are not blocking outlets with wall warts. Also has a USB 3 hub on it. So if you're running multiple hard drives, you already got your USB 3 hub. You don't have to have a separate hub. And you can charge your phone off of this USB as well.
Now, my understanding is that the hub is a powered hub, so
yes,
it will be able to handle little portable hard drives that don't have
absolutely. Yeah. So I thought, hey, it's kind of neat. I'll do a video on it. And they're somewhere between 18 and, I don't know, it might be 20,000 views by now. It's going absolutely insane.
Yeah.
People really like this piece. The simplest thing in the world, and they really dig it.
And we're talking Facebook views, gang. Because they're seeing the YouTube video, of course. It doesn't have that high.
The YouTube video has like 12 people watching it. But yeah, the Facebook video goes crazy. Facebook is where it's at with the stuff now, I think.
For sure. People get there and they get excited and share and different things. Yeah. Yeah, that was a neat thing here, for sure.
POW-R Bar 65, I believe it's called.
Yep. Power Bar 65, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Well, Brian, I think we should wrap things up.
Let's wrap it up before it blows up on us again.
Blow up again. So, any idea what the price was on that, the Power Bar?
Pardon?
Power Bar. Any idea?
March.
Okay. Somebody said the price is about $80.
Oh, price. Yeah, right. MAP, I think, is 80.
Yeah.
That's MAP price. No one pays MAP. So you're probably looking at $60. And, you know, for that price, I wouldn't mind having a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't mind having one at the desk at home. Wouldn't mind having one on the road.
Yeah.
And for backup, it's pretty useful in that regard.
Well,
I really like the way they arrange those AC plugs. That alone is kind of slick.
You know, to give you guys a point of reference here is on my side. I'm going to move the camera here. On my side, I have there it is, an outlet strip that has the USB. in there. That little guy, I believe this one's about $40 or $50. And granted, what it does is it has the outlet so they can turn sideways, so you can get wall warts in there. But even that, I've tried it with wall warts, and you can't get.
It looks tight.
It is very tight, yes. So
Yeah, these are spaced apart very nice.
yeah, they look pretty nice. So
And that's not a hub. That's just the USB power.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a
that's got a hub capability, which as we're doing music videos and more things are on those hard drives, you need to have that ability to.
Oh, and it's got a cradle for your phone.
That's right.
Or your iPad or whatever. When you're charging it, you have to put it on the floor. It's got a cradle for it built into it
to keep it upright and sitting
properly. People love that thing. So look for that.
Cool stuff. Well, gang, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you guys for watching and hanging with us through our crash. It's an experience for all of us. And we'll be back again next week. Coming up Sunday, though. Sunday is going to be kind of a big day. We're going to be doing a full day of little mini sessions from 1 o'clock until basically an 11-hour show on Sunday.
Am I involved in that?
I've got to talk to you about coming in and being my you and I being the hosts for about a couple of hours in the evening, if you get some time for me.
Sure. As long as Walking Dead's not on, I'm down.
That's what I figured. I wanted to get my time schedules all figured out, and then I'm going to try to have a guest host, and I'd like you to be one of the guest hosts when that works.
I can do that. Thanks for asking me in front of everybody. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I figured you would, and
you
were the one who brought it up, man. I was going to ask you.
Well, I don't remember what we talk about.
We talk about a lot of stuff.
I got a 8-hour marathon on Sunday. I thought I had the day off. No,
well,
because John mentioned something 5 months ago about it, and I said sure. It happens all the time.
Yeah, it does, and sometimes we both forget. That's what happens.
Not all the time, but it happens sometimes.
So yeah, we'll be back. Go to djntv.com/mini sessions, and that has the full list of the people we're presenting. And again, we're going to be just having a great day. So we'll see you then. And have yourself a great weekend. Good night, everyone.